What's going on, guys? It's your boy DJ, your host. Another episode of D.ED-DOT TV. Yo, I know it's been a minute, but we back. NBA season starts today, baby. Let's go. We back. You heard it. NBA season is back for sure. Hey, before the season gets kicked off tonight, I know we got the Golden State Warriors versus the Brooklyn Nets. KD versus Steph and them boys. Should be a good matchup, but I want to get my predictions in. I want to get my power rankings in. You know, whatever you want to call it, DJ's power rankings. You know, let's get right into it. So we're gonna do Eastern Conference, Western Conference episodes. So this episode is gonna be the Western Conference. So let's get right into it. Lakers, you know, I got them right at number one. Repeat. That's their theme this year. Big additions for them: Montrezl Harrell, Dennis Schroeder, Marc Gasol, as well as they signed the Morris twin as well. They also re-signed LeBron and AD, so they're younger, they're even hungrier. They also picked up Wesley Matthews, so they're younger, hungrier. They might go for the repeat with AD and LeBron leading the way. LeBron is 36, going on 37 years old, so we'll see how much juice he has left in the tank. At number two, you already know we got them Clippers on deck. You know, they choked last year, but I see them coming out and being they were the second best team in the NBA last year, so I think they'll be the second best. They bring back Kawhi, they bring back Paul George. They don't have any first round picks for the next 5 years, but they got Paul George and Kawhi. They signed Serge Ibaka this year. They picked up Nicholas Batum as well. They still have no point guard though, so we'll see how far the Clippers can go. I know that Tyronn Lue said, the new coach said he's going to try to use him like Kobe and MJ, triangle offense this year. So we'll see how that goes. Denver, they're my number 3 team. Number 3, Denver. It's still the Jokic and Murray show. Still the Jokic and Murray show. Their boys are young. Jokic might be the best big man in the league, right besides Embiid. And yeah, he might be the best man in big man in the league. He's best passing big man in the league for sure. Jamal Murray is only getting better each year. Sniper from Kentucky. You know how we mess with them Kentucky boys out here. So, you know, it's their time. They got pretty close last year in Western Conference Finals. They couldn't beat the Lakers, but they beat the Clippers. You know, came back in all 3 games. 5, 6, and 7 came back from second half deficits to the Clippers and won. Just couldn't overtake the Lakers, too much star power. But they are my number 3 team this year. I have, at my number 4, which was really, really tough, I have the Warriors. They have a healthy Steph. Draymond should be back. He won't be playing tonight, though. But Draymond should be back. They got the number 2 pick, Wiseman. They traded for Kelly Oubre as well. They have Andrew Wiggins. They have a young core. They can play some lockdown defense. I can see them playing some lockdown defense this year, and Steph just coming out and lighting up the scoreboards. It was a tough loss to lose Klay though, because they were going to come back with a vengeance with Klay. I think Klay is the glue to that team. Klay has always been undervalued in NBA everyday life, but he is the glue that makes them stick. So look out for the Warriors this year. No Klay, but I still think they'll be number 4 in the conference. At number 5, I have the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns added CP3 this year. We'll see how that goes. He did very well with the Thunder last year. We'll see how he can lead this young Phoenix team with DeAndre Ayton playing in the post and Devin Booker, a young superstar in the making. We'll see how it'll go this year. I have them sitting at 5. Because of the CP addition, but DeAndre Ayton will be the X factor for that team. He needs to play big. He needs to live up to that number 1 overall pick, and he just needs to dominate down low for them. But we will see how they play out this year. And then at my number 6 position, it was getting tough. I have the Utah Jazz. Big money being passed around at the Utah Jazz. They have a new owner as well. They just locked up Donovan Mitchell for 5 years. They just locked up Rudy Gobert for another 5 years. When these small market teams have good players, they have to sign their good players to the max. They have to keep them because good players don't really go to small market teams. It's tough. It's tough. So they have to sign their good players. They have to draft well, and that's what they did. I see them coming in as, what did I say, six in the West, which is loaded. But we'll see how far Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert can take them. Donovan Mitchell's getting better every year. He was killing it in the bubble, so we'll see how that goes. I hope their relationship is better than it was. I know there was a little drift between those two, but I guess things are alright if Rudy just got his $200+ million contract, so we'll see how that goes. At number seven, I got the Blazers. You know what time it is. It's Dame time. It's Dame time out here. Yeah. Down at 7, he has a good year. Dame has another good year, just like he always does. But we're going to have to see about this Blazers. I'm not a big fan of the Blazers. I've heard a lot of good things about the Blazers this year. I just don't believe in it. Braden Melo is back. Got the gang out there in the crew. Could they make a run this year? Yes. I don't know. I have them sitting at 7th in the Western Conference. And then for my 8th team, I have the Dallas Mavericks just sneaking in for that 8th playoff spot. Luka and Porzingis, that's why I have them in that 8th spot. Luka and Porzingis. It's their second year together. Can they put it together this year? We know what Luka is. That man is a star. He's a future star in this league. We will see how this goes. I need KP to put it together. He is the unicorn. 7'3", shoots, can do everything, but he's been injury prone. He's coming off another injury coming into the season. Don't think he'll be ready the beginning of the season, so we'll see. That's why I have him in that 8th slot, because KP won't be there for the beginning of the season. But we know what Luka is, the next LeBron James. That is my power rankings for the Western Conference for this year. Like I said, let's go through it one more time. I got the Lakers at 1. I got the Clippers at 2. I have Denver at 3. Warriors at 4. Suns at 5. Jazz at 6. Blazers at 7. Mavs sneaking in at 8.